Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show, the only podcast worth tuning into on a freaking Monday, and it is Monday, guys. Today, by the time you're listening to this, is Monday, December 23rd, 2024, brought to you by absolutely nobody because this thing is impossible to get sponsored. If you think you want to sponsor this, if you freaking hope it should be your greatest desire, hit me up. We definitely could use one. But guys, I'm very excited to be giving you all a brand new episode of this podcast. This is the Sohile Ali Show, episode 59, and we're talking about so many things, including but not limited to Big Lots is preparing to close all its doors, the bankrupt discount retailer coming to an end, Superman trailer drop. Did you guys see this Superman trailer? It's absolutely crazy. I'll tell you what I think, and you may not agree with it. That's the whole point of opinions, I guess, these days. ABC News had to pay President-elect Trump a solid little chunk there just to settle a defamation suit brought to them by Greek god and most expensive employee George Stephanopoulos. Conor McGregor's in talks to fight Logan Paul in India. The drone sightings in New Jersey. What the heck's going on in New York with these drones? It's the least of their problems with things going on now. Craven the Hunter movie came out, absolute bomb. Apple is working on a foldable, thinner phone. We'll do a weekly recap of what I did last week, what I was up to, what shows I did, what comedy open mics I did, and kind of what the week was up to. We'll go through some new jokes in the coveted WTD jokes segment, new jokes, if you will. And I'll give you all upcoming plugs for my upcoming shows, what I'll be up to, where I will be performing stand-up comedy and doing things just a little bit more prepared than this podcast. Does that sound good with you guys? I thought so. Sit back, relax, enjoy your drive, your work day. Hopefully you get some holidays off here soon, but if you're in an Amazon warehouse not on strike, you're a disgrace. But no, guys, this is really, something I was fortunate enough to do most weeks of the year. And now that the week's winding down. The week's just getting started. Wake up. Now that the year is winding down, I am, kind of reflecting on it and able to say I'm proud of the work that we put out, on this channel this year. So I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future episodes. We put out new podcasts on Mondays, and we're going to be pumping out even more sketches, comedy skits every week. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay updated with all future episodes. Guys, you already know, if you're not hitting that bell, what are you doing, man? Are you a real one? If you're a real one, hit that bell. Comment below right now. I hit that bell. I'm a real one. I hit that bell. I'm a real one. But if you're listening on Spotify, hello, audio listeners. I appreciate you very much. You guys are beautiful, even though I can't see you, but I can hear you. You're saying thank you so much. Please follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating, and please give us a share. We really appreciate it. And every time I say we, I really just mean me. This is a very low rent, lo-fi, whatever you want to call it, one-man production. Thank you very much. Brought to you by my own insanity and just my desire to talk alone for about 30 minutes. But guess what? I'm not alone. I'm talking to you right now. That's right, you. You who are listening, you who are watching, I'm talking directly to you. And for some ungodly reason, you're listening to me or watching me. Hello, hi. Hope we're looking all right. Probably a little manic. I don't care. It's Sunday. Hey. I record on Sunday. But guys, I love doing this. I love getting it out there. It's a piece of work. It's a piece of content, whatever you want to call it. And I enjoy it, and hopefully you enjoy it too. So let's have some fun together. Let's talk about these trending topics last week. Big Lots. Hey, man, Big Lots, man. What a great time at Big Lots, Big Lots was the only store that your shoes would get even dirtier walking into it. Big Lots, you can get, some 99-cent popsicles and a couch that would break by the end of the week. Big Lots had more birds in the store than actual customers. Let me tell you about Big Lots, man. I remember going to Big Lots. So what are we talking about? Big Lots is preparing to close all of its stores. The discount retailer, unfortunately, is now bankrupt. So Big Lots, let me tell you, man, what a surprise. You know what I mean? Who the heck saw Big Lots going bankrupt? Who thought the store that brought you East Face winter jackets and Timberland boots, not Timbaland, and, just like like I mentioned the couch thing. Big Lots was crazy. I remember going to Big Lots with my mom as a kid because we were doing quite well financially. No, are you kidding me? She worked her ass off. That's my mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you. But did I get, Krusty the Tiger frosted flukes from time to time from Big Lots? Absolutely. Did they taste the same? Absolutely not. Was it still fun to rip open the box and hope for a toy and see just like a Surgeon General's note saying don't eat the cereal? That was fun for sure. But Big Lots was cool, man. Big Lots was wild, man. Big Lots was like freaking furniture, groceries, accessories. A freaking homeless guy would set up shop in the back. It was cool. He'd be like, "Hey, Dave, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey, I built it around this stuff, Big Lots was crazy, man. Big Lots is closing. I remember we got a lot of furniture from Big Lots. I used to hop on the furniture. I used to be able to jump on our furniture. And then I discovered Cheez-Its, ketchup, cereal, bowls of cereal after meals. And I kind of ballooned up to the point where even my parents were like, "You know what? Why don't you stay on the cushion there, son?" Our furniture, this is how much of a chubby kid I was and still am. But our furniture growing up, I would just lay down on that couch and watch TV. Just lay down on it after a nice big meal. Lay down on it. And so 2 of the cushions were so clearly used more than the third one, like where my feet went. It was hilarious. Like you could just clearly see an outline of my body just laying down going, all right, next Drake and Josh episode. Thank you very much. Next Everybody Loves Raymond episode. Thank you very much. So, but shout out to Big Lots Furniture, man. Big part of my childhood. And I'm sad to see it go. We have a Big Lots here in town, and I can only imagine it's going to be, replaced with some BS, quick, what's it called? Casual food service, like, expensive fast food. Like, oh, we're going to go get some fast food, $25, like whatever the hell. Like, what? But it's also on the west side of Bloomington. Like, this is peak west side. We're talking Taco Bell, sketchy, KFC, slightly more sketchy, a Burger King where you may or may not get your meal. You know what I mean? This is the west side of Bloomington, baby. So what could fill its place? But a front for a bigger business that is killing it on the east side of Bloomington would be my hunch. But comment below. You got any Big Lots memories? You guys were you Big Lots family? Comment below, man. Let me know. Let's remember the good times and let's be happy that their pain is finally over. So shout out to Big Lots. All right. So last week, the brand new Superman 2025 movie trailer dropped, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm a little bit worried for the studio, financially speaking. I'm just saying, I did not study finance, I did not study accounting. I study my own finances week to week, and I think I'm doing a pretty great job of not being bankrupt. But my creditors would have something else to say about that. But this movie trailer came out, man. James Gunn directing. James Gunn behind Guardians of the Galaxy. Freaking brilliant franchise. We'll get to why that was so brilliant. But I personally am putting my bet out right now on, by the time you're listening to this, Monday, December 23rd, 2024. I have it right here. Believe me, we'll pop it up just so I can go back and be like, hey, look how wrong you were. But right here, Sunday, December 22nd, 2024. By the time by the time we're recording this, I don't think this Superman movie is gonna do well at all. Because not just the way it looks, the casting for me, outside of the main guy who's playing Superman, Hornsweat, whatever his name is, Keith Cornsweat, whatever that is, David, right? David Corin Sweat. If that's not a star's name, I don't know what is. But I just feel like, to me, you look at the rest of the cast. I'm an old man. I'm 26. I like to think I'm in touch with a little bit of pop culture stuff, but I couldn't tell you who the hell anyone else in this movie was. Now, they're actors. They're successful. They're getting cast and stuff. Sure, great. But I feel like it doesn't have that star power like obviously like Chris Pratt was for Guardians, or Zoe Saldana, and then Vin Diesel's voicing Groot, and then Bradley Cooper is Rocket. There's something to be said about the stars behind these things, the names behind David Bautista. Like, it's like interesting, It's like you kind of know them, you want to see them in these roles. again, I'm ignorant. I don't know what's going on. Please educate me if you know the actors from this movie. Do you know them from other things? Was Crypto the dog, Airbud's cousin, something like that? I don't know. I just feel like I'm watching this trailer. I'm like, dope, cool, great visuals. VFX looks awesome. They're shooting in Cleveland, Ohio. The best thing to happen in Cleveland, Ohio. His suit is cool. It looks a little cheap. His suit, not going to lie. I mean, this budget, apparently the budget is, I'm going to pull it up right now so you guys are not, I'm not pulling your whats. So he denies it, but response to reports, yeah, of course he responded that it was apparently over $363 million. Apparently this Superman movie had a budget of $363 million. Did they put AI in every single one of Crypto's furs? How the hell does this thing get to $363 million? Was the curl of his hair a paid actor? What the hell? So it doesn't make any sense, but you watch the VFX and you're like, okay, yeah, obviously every other villain is like a VFX villain, so they're going to have visual graphics, the whole thing punchy. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I think people will go see it, people will be happy to see it, and I think it'll be a fine movie. James Gunn is known to make a fine, great film, and, taking on Superman, this story, I think it'll be a fine film. I don't think we're talking $1 billion. I don't think we're talking even 800 million, because after a point you have to have some star appeal a little bit. We'll see how the chemistry is, but he's the main guy. He's very young, and I'm rooting for him, Mr. David Sweat. And I just feel it's not like a lot of draw to be like, we gotta go see this movie, man. I don't know, but hopefully the comic book world, the big fans, the real Superman fans who've been waiting so long for another Superman movie, they'll probably show up, man, and who knows, they'll take over. They're just hiding with their red and blue drawers on, just ready to fly in there and with all their corrective aperture and lenses. Hey, man, I ain't judging. But yeah, so the Superman trailer came out, and I don't know, I'm not going to say bomb, because I think it'll be fine. It'll be a good movie, so people are like, oh, we got to go see a Superman movie. It's not going to bomb. Unless he does something really messed up, or he just phoned it in so he could just be in the DC world. What if James Gunn is phoning it in? That'd be pretty good, man. That'd be pretty good. He's the big Marvel guy, Guardians of the Galaxy guy. He's like, yeah, DC, I'm coming over. DC, I'm coming over. I'm coming to help. Let me save the day. Da-da-da-da. Just kidding. No, I don't think James Gunn would do that. I think he's far too honorable. All right, so that's the Superman thing there. Comment below, let me know. Did you see the Superman trailer? What did you think about it? Comment below, let me know. Let's start a conversation. Now, the next story here is ABC News, Disney News, Mickey Mouse News. ABC News to apologize and pay $15 million to settle the defamation suit brought to by the one, the only, Donald J. New haircut. Is everyone having a great time? Shot in the year. What a year. He's doing a bang-up job at everything Trump. So what happened? So basically George Stephanopoulos was like, hey, man, you're a rapist. And then Trump was like, hey, man, that's not quite accurate. And everyone was like, you know what? He's got a point. But also, I don't really want to turn over my phone and my records. Stephanopoulos and all of his, group, team. So what did ABC News do? They said, you know what? Settle. Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. Settle. $15 million. Here you go, Mr. Trump. We wish you well. And we're going to say we regret what we said. We're not going to say sorry that we said it. So, apparently it's really hard to prove defamation in court anyway. But given legal fees, the lawyer, the judge, he's got to buy his mallet. He's got to pay for the guy who says, sit down. He's got to contempt of court, all these legal things, he's got to watch My Cousin Vinny on 4K. If that ever comes out, I'm buying it. So, they tallied all those costs up and they say, you know what, just pay the guy. Just pay the guy. What's going to be the problem? And so, but the problem is now it looks like ABC News is bending the old Mickey Mouse Bob Iger started knee to the old Trump regime, which everybody is apparently. Every other week, every other day, there's another CEO in there just glazing him. Freaking Krispy Kreme in there. But yeah, ABC News, man. ABC News. Anytime you're watching now, just know if the camera angles are a little weak, if the quality goes down a little bit, the lighting looks a little off, just know they could have used that $15 million to fix it. So, ABC, I mean, that was a top news story. I had to talk about it. You know, we got some, we're just riffing, you know what I mean? We're riffing out here. We're doing our thing. And by we, I mean me, because I'm alone. Don't forget that. But I'm not alone. I'm talking to you. How you doing, man? Good to talk to you. Oh, insanity. No, but we're about halfway through this episode. I appreciate you guys sticking with me as we keep pushing forward. No, we're having a good time. Dusty Slay, we're having a good time. So apparently Conor McGregor, Irish legend. I don't know, even some Irish people might be like, I don't know anymore. Conor McGregor revealed that he is in talks to box Logan Paul in India, apparently. That's right, the Ambani family, the billionaire, trillionaire family with the big wedding. Remember the wedding? And then Zuckerberg had on the kurta and his wife and the sari, man. India, man. India is global, man. Is getting there, you know. Bollywood stars are, you know, bending their knee to their Trump. I don't know who their Trump. Modi? Nah, he's even worse. Yeah. So Conor McGregor is apparently in talks to box Logan Paul. Based on how these things are going, it's like old legend versus new rising current hot star. And they're always going to be for the current rising hot star. This is a business thing we're talking about. This is not about legacy. This is never, ever about legacy, meaning, stature, reputation, pride, honor. What is it about? Put all that to the side. I'll give you guys one guess, and it rhymes with shmoney. That's right. Now, so I guess what I'm saying is if this becomes a thing, if it becomes, McGregor Paul. This, you know, the Irish lad getting in the, putting on the heavy gloves. Logan Paul, Ohio lad, you know, sticking it to him. A guy he watched when he grew up, you know, shooting deer and regretting it. They're going head to head in India, global audience, Netflix, but this time they figured it out because the Tyson Paul thing was a disaster, whatever you want to call it. I mean, Logan is going to win because he's the current hot trending whatever star. McGregor is just trying to get another, I don't know, 50 mil. Let me get 50 mil in one night, put it all on out there. I do it out, doesn't matter. Shake hands, legend, goodbye, payday, and now. I mean, does anyone know? Nobody's talking about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson again because it's all for one thing. It's a big money thing. But anyway, you know what? All's fair in love and war, and they know what they're doing. These are two big names on this planet. And they can draw a whole lot of attention and probably the largest electricity bill ever in India, probably. The venue, the lights, all that stuff. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. But like I said, I'm just calling my shot right now, all the way from here, that if this happens, you bet your money on Logan Paul. That's not financial advice. This is financial freedom. You bet your money on Logan Paul because that's who they're going to want to win because they're not going to bet on a guy like McGregor who's on his way out of making all the money. Logan Paul is in it right now. He's the name. He's the young, whatever they want to call it. So, just my prediction. And if I'm right, you'll be like, man, I can't believe you're right. And if I was wrong, you better not say anything. All right, man. So, drones. This is a fun one. What do we know? This was the title of this article. It was what we know about the unknown drone sightings it was what we know about the reports of drones in New York and New Jersey. I mean, if you open the article, it would just be like one ad and then be like, actually, we don't know anything. Contact the author, you know. Really, and everyone's, you know, talked about it. A CEO of a drone company, like an aviation company, put out like a long TikTok video where he was basically saying that it's U.S. military, it's U.S. government looking for nuclear substances or nuclear remains at like a site. So everyone pretty much knows what it is now. But like I didn't really see like any crazy videos. I didn't go too deep into it. You know what I mean? I feel like there's enough. I feel like if people in New York see something in the sky coming that's unknown, you know, looking a little rough, they know to run. That's in poor taste. I'm sorry, but hey, I wasn't there. I was 3 years old at home going, it worked. No, But yeah, the drone sightings, man. I mean, people really, it's that mass mentality. It's that mob mentality, whatever you want to call it, where it's like you see it, you hear about it, and then suddenly you're seeing shit too. You know what I mean? I'm going outside. I'm seeing a couple of stars looking like they're holding hands, taking a stroll together a little too quickly, more quickly than usual. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So this is clearly raw, pure stupidity looking into the night sky. I'm just saying. But that's kind of what is going on over there, I mean, I can't imagine what else it would be that we wouldn't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I swear, now with all the cameras and technology and infrared and x-ray and all these things, I don't think you can fly anywhere over the United States without FAA and U.S. government really knowing who you are, what you're doing, what exactly you look like, like a profile map of it. I swear you could throw a boomerang above Nevada, and by the time you come back, Vegas would bet on it, landing a certain angle, and they would be right. The house always wins. So the drones things are crazy, man. But like Tim Dillon put it best, it's us. They're looking for nuclear materials. Happy holidays. And happy holidays to you guys, by the way. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying this time, seeing your loved ones, maybe some friends, maybe some foes, maybe some family that might be foes, whatever might have you. But I think the main thing being, hope you're having a good time and relaxing and enjoying what it's all about, which is commercialism. Speaking of commercialism, Kraven the Hunter wounded with a $11 million box office opening, the lowest ever opening for a Sony Marvel movie. So here's what happened. This movie, they made it, and nobody knew about it. That's what happened. No, I mean, Kraven the Hunter, it makes Morbius look like Avatar. Compare these numbers, dude. An $11 million box office opening. So this ties back to my own shameless plugging, but I had my latest Instagram reel of my last sketch, Professors During Finals Week. That thing did over 730,000 views on Instagram Reels. Thank you very much to everyone who watched it and followed me. Look at me, I'm ready for the Ambani fight. I think I looked it up on ChatGPT or something, like if $11 million came from the box office, something like 600,000 people saw the movie, roughly. So at one point, there were more people who had seen my video on Instagram, my 59-second video, than had seen this movie. Now, I'm nobody. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not Sony Marvel movie starring Russell Crowe. Was Russell Crowe in my Instagram reel? No. If he was, we would have done double. But that's what I'm saying. That we're living a crazy time now where that is a true statement. And honest to God, I forgot this movie was coming out. I did not know anything about it. And I'm a Spider-Man fan. This is a Spider-Man villain. Are you kidding me? But I'm sure Sony Marvel would have loved to be kidding, but they're not. And this movie, we got to look up the budget. This is always the worst part. Kraven Hunter budget. Do you guys want to guess? Guess a number right now that you think is the budget for Kraven the Hunter. I'll wait. All right, here we go. Ready? Kraven the Hunter budget, apparently $120 million. That $120 million could be worse. Could be Superman. Maybe. But could be worse. And, lowest ever for us. Like I said, did worse than Morbius. It's Morbin time. It's freaking bombing time for this thing, dude. Morbius did better. Madam Web did better. I mean, there's only so many guys who want to see, these women on screen. That's about half the population is guys with big trench coats and you can't see their hands. And then the other half is girls like, let's go see a movie. Let's go see the Sydney Sweeney movie with Dakota Johnson. And then they're like, fuck, this thing sucks. I don't know. I didn't see Madam Web. I never have. But we'll see. Maybe there's some uncut scenes. No. So yeah, man. Did you see Kraven the Hunter? Of course you didn't. Did you know it was coming out? Probably not. What do you think about it? I want to know. Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Guys, we're kind of winding down here. So I'm going to skip the Apple thing. We'll see what they do with thinner, foldable iPhones. Sure. I mean, the kids are going to have to, get real clever. Because they are monsters. All these corporations. But hey, I'm enjoying it. You're watching this on a goddamn YouTube with the servers, and I have a Mac and all that stuff. Well, this is from work, but I use it for work only. All right, weekly recap. So last week we had a good time, man. And this, I actually do mean we. Myself and my boy Eric Hook went to Louisville on Wednesday, and we did the open mic at Louisville Comedy Club. Very fun time. Scattered audience. There's probably about 20, 25 people in there. It was fun. I did okay. I did all right. It's kind of rough in there, but you do some new stuff. You do some old stuff. Got mixed reactions. So that was fun. Good to see the Louisville comedians there. Good to see the folks holding it down there at LCC. And then I went over to Eric's show. Eric was doing a show at Diorio's Pizza. And I just popped in there, and he was like, hey, they're doing like a bucket thing. You can put your name in the bucket. You go on. I said, let's do it, man. Double dip. So I did. Got pulled up. Did about 8 minutes. To about 2 people who were having a good time, 1 person who was on their phone, another guy who was, waiting for karaoke. So, but that's comedy, man. That's stand-up comedy. We're doing it, and I was just happy to get the set. I'm at 180 for the year, 180 sets for the year, man. So very excited to keep on pushing it. Hopefully I can hit 190 by the time the year's done. There's only 9 days left in the year, so we'll see. We're gonna get 181 tonight, inshallah, at the old Hoppy Wobbles pub. Last week we watched IU football. Absolutely shit the bed against Notre Dame, but all good things come to an end. And if everyone wants to talk about that, let me know. We went to the Caroline and I went to the Carmel Crystal Meth Market. Did you guys ever go to this? The Crystal Meth Market in Carmel. It's new. They're about to have an emerging market there. No, the Chris Kindling. I forgot the name. The Christmas Market in Carmel. It's huge. It's fun. Had a good raclette sandwich. Shout out to John for the recommendation. That was a good time. All right, guys, I gotta run through these new jokes for you, man. So let me read you my new jokes. These are the WTD joke segment. And why do I have it WTD? Is because anytime I have an idea for a joke or I think something's funny, I just jot it down, I write it down, and I always give it the tag WTD joke so I can go back and look at it. We all know why we do it. Let's freaking read about it. All right. So basically, let's do from this one, the working IT joke. I rewrote this one. Only I'm not going to do that on here. Star. Let's read you guys this one here. So I asked my mom where my name came from, or I asked my mom what my name meant, because I didn't know. And she said, I'm pretty sure we named you after a star. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you have no idea what my name means. You're basing my whole life off of pretty sure? I don't know about that. But then we looked it up, and she was right. My name, Sohile, refers to the star Canopus, which is the second brightest star in the sky. Yeah. So even before I was born, my parents were like, this ain't no first place kid right here. This is more of a bronze baby, if I ever told you. My parents were like, the brightest star in the sky is Sirius, and we could not name you that. I was just like, I seriously think you could. It's not a bad name. Maybe if you believed in me, I would have gotten gold every once in a while, but I don't know. Something about the name there. When I read that it was the second brightest star, I was like, there's something here, I feel like, right? There's got to be something. Oh, man. Mobile home. We did this one last week. We're going to have to work on it a little bit more, but I think there's something there. Working in IT. I'm going to try this one tonight. So, I work in IT. It's as fun as it sounds. A lot of people think IT stands for information technology, but based on the people who work there, it actually stands for incapable of talking. That's right. It's a whole lot of introverts in there. But IT is really a male-dominated field, which is ironic because none of the males in it are dominant, Just a bunch of Lego sets and hoodies with holes in them. Lego sets and hoodies with holes in them. That's all we're getting out of this one. Before the time is up, guys, I got to tell you where I'm going to be coming up with our upcoming shows. So basically, I'm going to be doing the Planet of the Tapes open mic in Louisville. Back to Louisville next Monday, December 30th. Come out to that, 8 o'clock at Planet of the Tapes. And I'll be hosting the first weekend of the year at Summit City Comedy Club for K-Von. Shout out to K-Von. So that's Friday and Saturday, January 3rd and 4th at Summit City Comedy Club for K-Von. I'll be hosting. I'll be on there kicking the show off. And I can't wait. If you're in the Fort Wayne area nearby, come on out. Shows are at 7:30 and 10:15. I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, whatever. I missed it, but I love you guys. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. Hit that bell icon to be notified for all uploads. Have a good one.